I've already made a video covering Kurikara, the immovable avatar, but this video is going to be covering its current applications to see if it's really worth playing or not. And I'm not gonna bother reading the full effect of the card because it's already on the text of the card, which is on the screen, and I assume that you can probably read. Actually, I take that back. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't read. But yeah, anyways, it's a special summon only monster just like the Infernoids, and its ability to tribute a bunch of monsters to summon itself is not an actual effect or an activated effect. It's actually a summoning condition, so in other words, you can still trigger it after you search it with Sangan, since again, you're not activating anything, and you can tribute monsters that are unaffected by card effects. And again, you don't lose to Appaloosa when you go, oh, effect of this card in the hand, because again, you're not using the effect in the hand, it's just something that happens. So you tribute a bunch of monsters, and then you drop this on the field like a freaking sphere mode or something. The only difference is that you tribute a bunch of monsters on your opponent's field to summon this card on your own field with a lot of attack and that you could potentially use to kill your opponent. And it also has a really nice effect where you can revive back your opponent's monster, well, one monster from your opponent's graveyard on your own end phase, and we will cover this later on. The issue with this card is that you have to tribute monsters who already activated their effects this turn, so that means that the majority of the time you're getting rid of monsters who already fulfilled their purpose. There are a few exceptions though of monsters that will trigger one effect reactively and one effect proactively, so that you can punish them when they use their effect proactively before they get to use, let's say, their Omni Negate. And one really good example of that would be Toad in Splight, because they have a standby phase effect where they can summon Doofrog, and then on your own main phase, you simply tribute the Toad, you get rid of one negate, and you have a 3k attack monster. And this is where the end phase effect comes in clutch, because you can revive back your opponent's Toad on your own end phase, have a negate ready for next turn, but the only issue is that when you go for Toad's negate, your opponent is the one to recycle back a water from grave to hand. Either way, this card definitely has a lot of potential, but it's extremely specific and will never really be worth main decking. And also, I wouldn't really side deck it right now because it's not too great against Tearlaments, obviously, because they really wait for you to use your effects. They don't really do anything proactively on your own turn. And against Splight, well, the only really relevant monster that triggers the effect early would be the Toad, and against other decks, it's pretty bad. And against back row decks, this card will never see any form of play. So yeah, in other words, this card is absolutely useless in the main deck because you can't really guarantee any of its relevance, and in the side deck, it's a little subpar. There are definitely better options. I guess it's relatively decent if you get hit by Scythe or D-Barrier because you still have a push in the main deck, but that's very niche and will not come up super often. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about this card in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.